Welcome to another episode and video on my ESP32. A very small chip with enough possibilities to have a lot of fun. And as yet I'm still trying to figure out how to address it. So I have the possibility to access it through USB, which gives me the possibility to connect it through ArduinoIDE and through software loaded through it or via it. I have a lot of options in theory to program the device, but last time at the end of the video I found out that none of them would compile, and it checks the board and then it says error compiling for this board. I also have the option to use minicom because it is a serial connection through TTY USB 2, and I realized that if I have Arduino open selected by TTY USB 2, I can't use minicom, so it's either one of them. Also the question is with an LED, because the software that I've loaded through Arduino IDE is writing to an LED with port 5, and I am assuming that this is port 5, and point is, if I want to address something, then it has to be connected to ground. However, this ground is not connected, and last time I took the bold decision to, and let me once again use the ESD for safety, electrostatic discharge cable. Now this is ground, so I connect ground and then I connect this to ground. So in theory you would say that's alright. Now this is not exactly stable. Let's see how this is working. No, okay, let's keep it like this. But usually it's the other way around. Then you connect it from here to here, because this has to be grounded. Well, connected to ground. Grounded is something else. However, none of this is connected directly to ground. Usually the breadboards that I use are connected to a device which provides ground. So then from the device to the breadboard I have ground, and then connected to ground on the device. But here I don't have that, so I need to find that out. Apart from that, I found out that on the chip should be present real-time OS. So when I program it, it would run on that operating system. Really nice, real time. Opens a lot of possibilities, but as yet I have to access it. So let's start and find out more about this. So let's see how this works out. I haven't connected yet by minicom, but as I'm told which one to use, well, this one doesn't do it, this one doesn't do it. Well, I can try of course, but Invalid library. Okay, yeah, that won't work then. I can try, but it compiles and then aborts. Yep. I could check for this one. And that goes wrong as well. So what I am going to do for now is open a new one. No. New. Alright, so this one says nothing. Then I quit this one. Focusing here because now this board has been released. Oh, I could have selected another one. Let's just do that then to make things a little bit easier. Yeah, alright, so 80 megahertz. Oh, the baud rate is wrong. That's no good. So the baud upload speed should be this one. And that's right, that's right. Programmer, no. Or whatever it is. Okay. This one should be 40. Anyway, let's select this one. So now it's no longer connected to minicom USB 2. Correct, it's 0 now. So I can start this one. Oh, come on. Yeah. But like last time, I don't have any return. So that's a bit nasty. And when I say OK, configure serial port setup, this is the way it is supposed to be. So yeah, or is it? Yeah, I think so. Baud rate, so speed, number of bits, no parity, and one stop bit. So if this doesn't work, what else? Before I can do anything, I need to find it out. So how do I actually connect it to ground so this LED works? But more importantly, how do I select the proper board? And then it turns out I forgot something. One of the instructions says, or one of the values says no serial module. And looking for that error, it says you have to have File installed. And I somehow assumed that it was already installed, but it turns out it wasn't. And right now it nicely compiled using all these settings, although it doesn't do anything yet, including LED 2. So I which I changed according to manual or example. So I'm now using pin 5. Hopefully that will work. It says now connecting, and that works nicely. And although invalid library again, but look here. And why is this happening? Okay, I need so this actually does work, although an LED is not really blinking as it should be, so probably a connection that I did wrong. But it works. Software works, hardware not yet. So that is one improvement. What more? Well, why doesn't LED 5 work? So let's find out more about that one. Although what I now like to see is, does that work with minicom? So let me once again check the other one. And now for minicom. So nice. So yes, it does work. Alright. Very nicely done. Old-fashioned serial. Although somehow it is now, oh right, of course, because I have changed the serial port, and now it will work. Yep, it will. Okay, so minicom and Arduino do work now because of installation of Pi serial module. And now for an LED. Right. So with everything, almost everything running, what is the problem that I have now? Well, the LED. And I have checked upon the pinout of, well, this is then the SparkFun, but and it is not exactly my board. Also here, but in this case it shows clearly that pin 5 is GPIO 5. And here they say, alright, let it be GPIO 5. So I think that is alright. What I also read is that if things going to get to work, please, you might have to reset the board. And the reset of the board is this button. So let me just do that. Oops, I have to be careful. Alright, it already did it. The only thing is, the LED isn't doing anything. So that unfortunately does not work as yet. And I still think that is due to the minus, the ground, the common, and how to do that. that is as yet unsolved. So let me get on checking for that one. And in fact I found this particular image, and it shows indeed that from ground here you connect it, and from 5 you connect with a resistor in between. So that is what I'm going to do. So again bound by ESD, a resistor, and it doesn't really matter where I put it, but let me just take it a little wider. Like this, and I should actually press. Ooh, look at this, it's already working. It wasn't deep enough in the breadboard somehow. Look at this, that's a good one. So 5 wasn't connecting to the breadboard, and now it does, and now it works. Good lesson. Does the resistor make a difference? Well, yes, it reduces of course the voltage over the LED, but as you can see, it works. And this one is necessary, because if I take it out, it stops. So this one, this ground indeed provides everything needed here. And yeah, well, then I'm up for next step, I think. And the conclusion, because the make menu config which I had earlier didn't work, but now that I'm working this out with the ESP blinking LED in ArduinoIDE, I might just stick with that. And now I've got this working, I can use all the other stuff which are right here just as well. And everything depends so on this board being well enough connected to the breadboard. Nice, very nice. What's next? Good question. Let's find out. Okay, so I tried to find the way how to connect an LCD display, which is still packed, as well as this 7-segment display. And I found that although I have included these lines in the coder, that it can't find wire.h, and it also can't fire liquid crystal. Of course I looked for it, and I have to install them using GitHub, just the way I installed ESP32 code for the Arduino IDE. So although I'm very curious how this all works, I will put them for next time. So lessons learned are I needed to install the serial port, or the Python serial to connect to the chip anyway. Then I had not well enough connected the device, the ESP32, to the breadboard. Now that I have, the result is that this LED works perfectly. Also, each number is indeed a GPIO number. Ground works, otherwise this LED would never have worked. And well, both minicom and Arduino are working, so when I do this it works nicely. And I have to keep in mind that I have to wear the ESD device, the strap, to not electrocute the ESP32. Press return or reset, I mean, and you see that this has this effect. Of course, I can also say I am changing to USB this, and then start here. Then it will have the same effect in minicom. Yep, it has the same effect. So, very nice, and of course to be continued. This is a very simple one, and for the new things which are I2C dependent, I can of course check all signals with my oscilloscope, so that will be next time as well. And with that I end this episode. So with all the things I just mentioned, I thank you for watching. Please, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, like it, leave a comment or suggestion. You can also follow me on Instagram. Please follow, retweet, like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram. Please like and leave a comment. You can show your support by making a donation. More information at the start of this video as well as in the description box. And you can also choose to become a patron and have your name mentioned. More information on my website, also listed in the description box under this video. And see also my Patreon site, Patreon page. For now, thank you for watching again, and to be continued. Bye bye.